Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Glorilla and Finesse 2Tymes. Now, it looks like Finesse 2Tymes and Glorilla were out in New York having a concert, and then tragedy struck. Now, for those of you who don't know, Glorilla is a female rapper who's coming up in the game in a meteoric rise. I'm talking about she's really doing her thing out here. Like, she's getting a lot of good looks. Her song F&F, man, did real well last summer, man. It was pretty much the anthem of the summer. And Finesse 2Tymes is another guy with a lot of motion out of here. Now, they're both from Memphis, so obviously booking them together for a show is a good idea for any venue, man. You get the lady fans to come out, then you get all the guys who are into Finesse 2Tymes and all the ladies who are into Finesse 2Tymes to come out, man. Seems like the perfect ticket if you love some Memphis rap. Now, what happened to where things went awry and somebody ended up losing their life and 8 other people ended up injured, man? Well, it seems like something we see a little too often at concerts, man. Some of the similar things we've seen in the past here lately, too. And what I'm talking about specifically is the Travis Scott situation. Now, this isn't on the same level or scale as the Travis Scott situation, but it's eerily similar. So before we get to the specifics and talk about all the details, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, so you see here that a woman dies and 8 others injured in a stampede at a Glorilla and Finesse 2Tymes concert.
Bruh.
Yeah, this is a sad situation, man. It makes you almost not want to go to a packed show, but you know a hot ticket is a hot ticket. And as I mentioned in the intro, man, when you're talking about Finesse 2Tymes, he's definitely one of the hottest new artists in the rap game. Even though this is kind of like his second time coming back into the rap game because he had a long stint there in prison, Glorilla, her rise is recent as well. So you get a whole new crop of fans, probably some really young folks mixed in with some hip-hop purists. Seems like the dream ticket, to be real. And obviously they must have packed the place out there in Rochester, New York. Now it looks like Glorilla made a response to this situation, and she was sad to hear about how things went, man. It's crazy because in these concerts, man, sometimes the promoter is more motivated by money. And let's be real. All the time the promoter is motivated by money. The club owners are motivated by money. The event or the places that host these events or the venues, they're motivated by money. So they're trying to pack as many people in there as they can. You know what I mean? That's why if you've ever been to a rap show where it was like a real hot ticket like this might have been, right? That sometimes you're in there like sardines, man. And it ain't a good look all around.
Bruh.
So that's how you have instances like this happen, man. That's how you have people end up getting squashed and all that stuff. And that sounds like a horrible way to go. Now, I am in no way trying to minimize the lady who lost her life or anybody who got injured. You know what I'm saying? My condolences to them 100% on this situation, right? But let's look at some of the news reports that talked about what exactly went down.
At the Main Street Armory, resulting in mass chaos as first responders flooded the scene. Here's a listen to those emergency responders.
We have 3 people unconscious, CPR in progress. The building is safe, but there will be escort due to the large volumes and crowds. We're going to need a number of more police officers here.
Now, this is just a play of the audio from either the 911 call to the situation or somebody from the venue just calling the police station, letting them know that they actually have an issue and people are getting hurt.
Have them coming police, have them coming to Circle Street.
Brianna Collier is live at the Main Street Armory with the very latest. Brianna, what are police saying about what triggered the stampede?
Yeah, well, Lynette, police say this all started when people inside of the venue thought they heard gunshots.
Now, what's crazy is this happens all the time, man. Like somebody will do something stupid, like sneak in a firecracker or something like that, or somebody will do something real dumb to make people think that they're shooting a gun. Like you've seen the videos, like anybody who's been out on some of these main streets and stuff like that, people will, where people party, like let's say 6th Street in Austin and stuff like that, right? a place like that. Somebody will do something dumb just to get a reaction out of the crowd, not thinking about the people who could lose their life. Now it's starting to warm up and people are going to be out here at these venues. So people got to really start thinking about the fact that, yo, you want to leave this situation in a happy way. You want to make sure that you had a good time and everybody goes home safe from the concert, because that were your intentions in the first place when you went out, I'm pretty sure. But let's continue with the rest of this news report.
Finesse Two Times performed here last night around 10:30. Police say people in the crowd panicked when they thought they heard gunshots. Police say there is no evidence of any shooting, but as frightened concert goers rushed towards the exits, several were hurt in the crush of people. We have video of shoes left behind.
Man, that sounds horrible, man. Getting crushed with a bunch of people, because you can't stop other people's actions. You can't tell them to slow down or to back up because they're running scared. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's an unfortunate incident. You know, it could have been anything. Like earlier, I talked about the fact that sometimes people do dumb things to make people think that there's a shooting going on and stuff like that. Other times, it could be something as simple as something falling or something like that. You know, it isn't always malicious intent or somebody doing it on purpose.
People ran for safety, and we talked to some who were at the concert about those scary moments.
I was feeling panic, but I knew I had to get out of there. I was like, you know what?
Shoot, he's talking that real.
Bruh. Let me get up out of here ahead of time because, man, anything can happen. Everybody panicked because it was just too many people in one place and the rush, and I just seen people falling. You know, it was sad.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible situation. Like anytime you've gone, I know most people, they go to concerts and there's a little bit of a rush. You kind of running into the place or you're walking into the place fast. And to think all those people trying to leave at the same spot from a small little entrance most of the time, man, it makes for a difficult situation if you don't get on top of it. And it seems like this dude got out of there early. That's why I like to, man, distance myself. Like, find me a space like in a corner. If they offer like booths or anything like that, try to, you know, do that or something, man, because that rush of that crowd isn't where it's at.
And police say 2 of the injured have critical life-threatening injuries.
That's wild, man. So out of the 8 people who were injured that survived, 2 of them have life-threatening injuries. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. But let's listen to the rest.
However, they have not released the name of the woman who died, but I do want to mention that it's a much different scene.
Okay, so she's going to end that by saying it's a totally different scene there today, you know, as opposed to what went down the night before. Like it's calm way down. And you would think so, man. You would think so. So let's actually look at another report on the situation right here.
Of a shooting, aside from the person who died, 2 are in critical condition. Rappers Glorilla and Fitness 2 Times were performing there.
She called them Fitness 2 times, but let's go.
Chester, 1 person was killed, several more injured in a concert last night. Police say they found victims at the city's Main Street Armory just after 11. Officials say they believe a large crowd pushed toward the exits after concert goers thought they heard gunshots. There was no evidence, though, of a shooting, aside from the person who died. 2 are in critical condition. Rappers Glorilla and Fitness 2 Times were performing there.
Man, and what's crazy about this situation is, man, you know, that was probably one of the biggest shows that they're gonna have there in a little while, man. So this right here is Glorilla's response to when she heard about the lady losing her life and the other people being seriously injured, right? She said this. She said, "I'm just now hearing about what happened. WTF," with the crying emojis. Praying everybody is okay. So it looks like Glorilla immediately heard about this because it was at 12 in the morning and she just responded and let people know, like, yo, man, she's thinking about those people who lost their life. You know what I'm saying? And she was praying that everybody's okay, but I bet you at the time she got this message, maybe she didn't even know that somebody had passed away, man. That is crazy. To go to a concert and lose your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that, man. People go to a concert just to enjoy themselves and have a good time. Not for anything crazy to happen and for them to lose their life, man. Now, let's actually look at this Yahoo News story about what happened, right? Now, it says, 1 dead, 8 injured at Glorilla concert in New York. Now, it starts off by saying this. It says 1 woman is dead and 2 others critically injured in a crowd-related incident following a concert featuring Glorilla and Finesse 2 Times at the Main Street Armory in Rochester, New York. 3 adults were taken by ambulance to Strong Memorial Hospital, where one of them, a 33-year-old woman, was pronounced dead, according to the Rochester police. Man, that gets me, man. I couldn't imagine, man, going to pay your money to a concert to enjoy yourself and then end up losing your life, man. I hate to blame somebody, because usually in these situations like this one, there is no one to blame. Wanna know why? Because everybody has the same thought pattern in that situation. It's just unfortunate that somebody got caught up in the rush and was probably crushed to death by everybody, you know? Now, it continues by saying the other 2 victims were listed in critical condition with life-threatening injuries as of Monday morning, said Lieutenant Nicholas Adams of the Rochester Police Department. 6 additional concert goers were dropped off by private vehicle at area hospitals with injuries that were not considered life-threatening, but were related to the same incident, police say. So you had 6 other people who went to the hospital by their own vehicles. They were coming from the same concert, obviously, right? Now, police responded to the Armory just after 11 p.m. Sunday following a report that shots were fired inside of the Armory located at 900 East Main Street. Now, you saw from Glorilla's post or her tweet that, she sent that out immediately, like at 12 o'clock. Like the ex, they probably were still in the back or had already left in their private vehicles or whatever, got escorted back to the airport to move on to the next city, and they found out about this tragedy. However, upon arriving at the scene, police said it was determined that none of the injuries sustained by the victims were consistent with a person being shot. So nobody was shot. They probably thought somebody was shooting at the show, but man, nobody was shot. And you know what? What's crazy about that, sometimes it could also be the sound effects and different things going on that could trigger people to think that there was gunshots going off when they're not, man. It's just, somehow you gotta get a wide message out there that people just gotta be more cautious about how they operate out here and what they're doing out here when it comes to these concerts, because somebody losing their life at a show is not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Now, it also says the injuries, according to police, appear to be the result of large crowd pushing towards the building's exits following accounts of individuals hearing what they believe to be gunshots. The incident is currently under investigation. Memphis rapper Glorilla shared a tweet early Monday morning that she had just learned what happened at the venue after the show and said that she is praying everybody is okay. Sad to say, man, 1 person lost their life and 2 people are critically injured. And there goes the tweet again by Glorilla, man. At least she cares about her fans, and she went out and let it be known that she was thinking about them. But man, this is sad, man. Horrible situation, man. But what do y'all think about this? Let's keep it real for a second here, right? Is this preventable? Like, this has been happening at concerts forever. I'm talking about forever. Like rock concerts. This isn't just a rap thing. This happens at all sorts of concerts. You know what I mean? Is it preventable? And is there a high probability that maybe this could happen more often at rap shows, since, rap is like the #1 genre and it's getting all the real motion in the music industry right now. You feel me? But is this preventable is the real question about this situation. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Oh, hold up. Yo, condolences to the lady and her family, the lady who lost her life and her family. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. And man, to everybody else who was injured in that situation and those who are affected by that, right? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.